Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com, and this is part 2 of the dark psychology of attraction. So again, your biggest blind spot, thinking your experience is everyone's experience. Your normal is not universal. Your obvious is not obvious to others. Your logic is not the only logic. Half your frustration comes from expecting people to see what you see the way you see it. They don't. They literally can't. When it comes to men and women, we are neurologically wired in different ways for multiple things. We are not the same. So as I was wrapping up in the last video, if you haven't watched the last video, watch it first and come back to this one. The biggest mistake that people make, all of us, men, women, it doesn't matter. It's not just a men and women issue. It's a human issue. We're wired the way we are wired. We have unconscious filters from childhood and on. And they're all different. We all think, oh, we're all the same. We are not. One of the biggest things we teach you how to do here is how to pop out of that so you can see other people's filters. So you can see the way people perceive things, the way they look at things, the way that they believe things. When you can understand that, you can begin to not only understand someone, you can now get along with them because you're understanding them from where they're at. If you can't do that, you can't do anything. The number one thing I do with my male clients is I teach you how to open up to the right brain. Why? Because this is the brain that women are born using. Men are born using the left logical processor. If you look at women from that perspective, you are never going to understand them. They will never make sense to you. If you use that processor, the linear processor, to process the non-linear right brain internal language, you won't. It'll be gibberish. You'll be like, it doesn't make any sense. Once you open up to the right brain, which I teach you how to do by being internal awareness, which I'm going to keep hammering, because when you take my course, you're going to look back at my videos going, holy shit, he was literally screaming this at me and I didn't even hear it. So in the last video, one of the things they taught us during an NLP training was when you help people shift, see, we literally rewire people on a neurological level. So if you have a program, and we all have programs, they're called patterns, they're unconscious patterns. This is technically what a trance is. If you have a phobia is just a program pattern inside your brain. Oh, someone used the word spider, oh, and you go into this state of, oh my God, and there's no spider in there. They just mentioned the word spider. It's literally a program. It is a pattern, like a record or a video that's inside your brain. Something triggers it and it starts to play, even if it doesn't make any logical sense. So once we get rid of it and change it, that's what we do. We go in there and we screw up the pattern and we delete the pattern, and all of a sudden it's not there anymore. So your neurology goes through this going, hey, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right, but you don't know what it is, so you forget about it. So these are programs. We all have different programs. So like I said in the last video, it's like back in the old days, we used to change our own memory cards. At least now, I'm an Apple guy. I don't use the other type of computer. So you used to be able to go in there and take out the memory card after a year or two and put in a bigger one so you'd have more speed again, right? So it's kind of like that. You take this computer chip, you take it out, and you replace it with one that doesn't have the phobia, the fear, or unconscious strategy of whatever it is. And clients will look at you like, well, why am I here? I don't understand. Like, what am I paying you for? It's like they completely forget it. Like, oh, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I'm thinking, so why did you answer my ad? And why did you come in here? And why did you say this was the biggest problem in your life? And why have you been in therapy for 10 years? It's once you change that computer chip, their computer runs the information through it. And it's like, well, I don't have that problem. Well, yeah, because we got rid of it. So my point using this is humans are the way humans are. And we assume other people are that way too, but they're not. Now, this was actually from a woman teaching women how to get men. Unpredictably creates obsession. It does, but it also pisses us off. Whereas with women, it entices them. One thing women like is when you play hard to get. I was at a seminar many moons ago, and I mean, I'm talking like 96 or 98 or something like that in San Francisco, and this woman was a big woman. She was an executive, and she set up this whole, it was a World Wide Web thing. The first time there had been a show that like this that was put on throughout the whole world, a live event, and made a big deal of it. And this was a pretty powerful group of people. I was invited because I was one of the top 10 dating relationship coaches in San Francisco. And so I was invited to speak at this event. And she said, before we start this, I've got to say one thing. Guys, now this is going worldwide. Please play hard to get. Please, we need the chase. We love the chase. Make us work for it. If you just give it to us, it's boring and it's meaningless and we don't even want to have sex. As I said in the last video, a woman had said to me, when she found that I was at a coffee shop, she said, "What do you do?" "Oh, I'm a dating relationship coach." She goes, "Oh, okay. Like, what do you mean?" I kind of explained some things. And she said, I forget what I asked her, but I think I forget how she said. She eventually said, "I learned never, ever to tease a man sexually." And I go, "Why?" She goes, "They act like you just killed their firstborn child." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it feels like you're ripping our heart out." She goes, "But I'm trying to turn them on. It doesn't make any sense to me." What's my point? By the way, the word point, I'm using it consciously on purpose because it's the male brain's language. So what's my point with using this story? She literally was saying, I love it when men play hard to get. I love it when I don't know if we're going to have sex tonight or not. I love it when I'm trying to get it. Well, he flirts, but then he pulls away. He flirts, then he plays hard to get, and then we don't have sex. To a man, that would fucking piss us off. But to a woman, holy shit. That unpredictability, man, it makes her go crazy for you. So what do women do? As I said in the last video, I found a book called Why Men Love Bitches. And I got so pissed off at it. I said, okay, well, two can play that game. I started using the techniques in that book on women, and women ate it up. And one of them was play hard to get. Don't give them sex for a while. Make them earn it. And then maybe have sex once or start to flirt and lay down and cuddle and touch each other and then stop and then cut it off. Now, to a man, that would enrage the fuck out of us. That's how different men and women are. Now here's the final point. Women teach women how to seduce men the way women are seduced. Now let's go to the pickup artist courses. Which, by the way, that's not what I teach because it doesn't work. It fucks you up. Now, men are wired the way we're wired. We have that computer chip and our information goes through that. Yeah, that's it. That works for me. See, our mating system is connected to our eyes. How do men express their romance and love? Visually. We pay for dinner, visual. We take her to a restaurant, visual. We buy her roses, visual. We shine our car. We wax our car. We buy shiny chrome rims, visual, visual, visual. We get a haircut, visual. We wear nice clothes. We might even pay for someone to press... dry clean our slacks and our dress shirt, and we polish our shoes, visual, 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 visual. Because guess what? And if you don't believe me, go to your local college and go to your local professor. The male mating system has a nerve that directly connects to the optic nerve, which directly connects to the eyeballs. We are visually turned on sexually. That's what stimulates our mating system. Hers is not. N-O-T. The reason why I have to say that is because I have had men argue to the teeth. Mike, that's not true. I buy women roses all the time. They will not believe me. Her mating system has a nerve that directly curves off to the right brain. Keyword right, not left. Logic turns a woman off. Right brain, her mating system connects to the right brain's communication center. Did I say logical left brain communication center? No, I said right brain communication center. It's a different language and it's a different processor. When you learn how to speak this language and process this language in this patterned way, it'll trigger her mating system and she'll want to have sex with you powerfully. But for the life of you, until you learn, and I'm telling you, when you take the course, you're like, this just seems so weird, Mike. And I know, I understand it. But when you use it effectively and it works, you're going to be like, wait a minute. That's when your brain finally goes, okay, something's different here now. It doesn't work. And here's the thing. You're like, and I'll have clients tell me, but Mike, that doesn't turn me on. I'm like, well, thank God. That means you're a normally organized male. You're not a homosexual. Congratulations. It's not supposed to turn you on. It's supposed to turn her on. She's different. So I've had a couple clients who took these pickup artist courses, and it puts you in your left brain. Everything they teach you is rules, steps, like step 1, step 2, step 3. You have all these things to memorize. By the way, the left brain is the memorization brain. It memorizes information and it regurgitates it. Guess what? You do left brain shit and it will disconnect her from our mating system, and it literally turns her off, and thus you put you in the friend zone. My course in the beginning is going to seem weird. You're going to be like, this doesn't make sense. Not to you, but to her it will. In fact, I'm going to teach you some language patterns. By the way, the patterns are super simple. There's only about half a dozen patterns. There's not reams of pages to memorize. You don't have to memorize stories and paragraphs of information in line 1, line 2, that's not what this course is about. Once you get to the very end, you're like, that's it. I'm like, that's it. It's simple. So I decided to take one of these courses. It was Vin DeCarlo's, because I was trying to figure out like why do men flock to these courses? I didn't understand it. And I realized what it was. The marketing was left brain, left brain, left brain. The male brain goes, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. See, your brain, okay, there's certain words like get to the point, straightforward, linear, logical, mathematical. Your left brain loves these fucking words, and we're born using our left brain. But then there's the right brain language, which your brain doesn't like, and that's why it's hard to teach this course. Because at first you're like, that doesn't make sense to me. And that's good. If it doesn't make sense until you learn to do it with a woman. See, when you see the results, then you'll be like, oh, I get it. Because you'll start to realize, like, holy shit, women. I'm going to use some of the words: purpose, meant to be, what's a deeper meaning, meaningful, emotional, emotionally fulfilling. Your brain's like, yeah, I don't really dig with that shit, Mike. But when you use it with a woman, she's going to look at you, her pupils will dilate, her breathing will shift, and she's going to engage. So I took the course, and again, it was all left brain stuff. It was logical 1, step 1, step 2. By the way, the process of step 1, step 2, step 3, the left brain loves that so much. A sales lady at Toyota dealership told me this whole story about how she couldn't sell to men until one day she got so mad, so angry. She just goes, look, first we're going to do this. Second, we're going to do that. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Third, we're going to do this. And fourth, we're going to sit down. We're going to go over the contract. And fifth, you're going to sign it and blah, 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 blah. And he goes, oh, okay. She goes, I sold him a truck in 45 minutes. She goes, holy shit. And from that point forward, I've been using the step 1, step 2, step 3 method because I was teaching it to her. She goes, oh, I'm already doing that. My point is the left brain will respond to certain patterns and certain words because that's the words and patterns that it uses. It's normal. It seems like this makes sense to me. But when you try to use that system to turn on a woman, it does not work. So I'm in this course listening to what they're saying, and like even my logical brain goes, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, but her mating system's not wired that way. And I'm looking at all the guys. One guy in there was a doctor. This was a smart man. And so what happened was I exchanged numbers with 6 of the clients because I wanted to call him back 6 months later and say, hey, how's it going? Did it work for you? So as I'm looking at the course, like everything is logical, step 1, step 2. You got to charge him, you've got to this, you got to that, you got to penetrate the fucking whatever. And all this left brain stuff, I'm like, man, all this shit's going to turn women off. I call them all up. I'm like, well, how's it going? Are you picking up women? You getting dates? You getting sex? And all of them said no. Not a single date, not a single number. Women literally tell me to leave me alone. I'm like, yeah, because this is the way you seduce a man. They are unconsciously teaching you what works for a man. I realized, like, no wonder why their marketing works, because they're doing all left brain stuff. That's actually a smart marketing thing. Then I realized, well, why do men like the courses if they don't work? It's because your brain goes, yeah, I like this. That makes sense. Because it works for you, not her. The female brain, when you learn how to open up to the right side of your brain, is going to blow your fucking mind. You want to have your mind blown? Buy my book, Crack the Female Code. That's it. When I get people to read that book, they're sold. So in the next video, we're going to talk about something that's going to clarify something about actually understanding what's going on, not just with women. See, think of the course Cracked Female Code as a metaphor for life, because when you can see it with women, you're going to see it in your workforce. You're going to see it at the coffee shop, at the clubs. You're going to be like, holy shit, this is the... See, the left brain is the surface level brain. You are not seeing the real game. The left brain was designed to make workers, to make servants, to make soldiers to go off to battle for rich men so rich men can get richer. The right brain is the me brain. Me, myself, and I. It's the selfish brain. Believe it or not, that's what women are attracted to. Mother Nature wired women, neurologically wired women and her mating system to be attracted. Now, there's very few men that use the right brain, and we're talking maybe it's not even 10% on the planet. It's less than that. See, your external left brain goes, well, it's about muscles, it's about being a UFC champion, it's about having money. I don't have money. I'm only 5'8" 3/4. I'm old. My hair's balding. My teeth are grinded down. And you're like, well, why are women? I don't understand. Like, why are women talking to you? Why do women always hug you? Why do women always kiss you? Like, what's going on here? Every one of you is going to be taller than me. Every one of you is going to make more money than me. Every single one of you is going to have a nicer car than me. I guarantee it. Yet there I am getting the girls, and you're going, I don't understand. Your left brain, your logical brain, is lying to you. That is not what women are looking for. They're looking for a right brain male. Her mating system is looking for a man who thinks for himself. That's the right brain. That is not the logical left brain. Because a man who thinks for himself is a man that thrives. A man who thinks of others and sacrifices his life for others and what are the rules? What am I supposed to do? Those guys don't get ahead in life. Those guys get manipulated. They get taken advantage of. And her mating system doesn't want to have anything to do with that. You're blind. Go to the next video and watch part 3, and we're going to talk about the overall rule of life. Buy my book, Cracked Female Code.